Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's Nyla, Coach Nyla of OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com. And I'm coming to you guys live on dealing with grief. Apparently where I am it may be a little loud. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But I got a call this morning I got a call this morning from my brother. And of course, it was when I decided to start this live that traffic wanted to go crazy and be loud. So anyway, I got a call from my brother this morning. My brother doesn't even live in the city that I live in or the state I live in anymore. He's in Washington State. And so he's far away, and he's actually the only one in our family that is there. But he called me this morning to let me know that one of our grandmothers had passed away today, this morning. And he is very, very distraught. And it's difficult for me to try to comfort. I did my best, and I hope I did what I could have done, and it's a hard thing too, to deal with grief, to help somebody deal with grief when you're dealing with grief too, when you both lost the same person in your life. So I'm the oldest of 9. If you guys didn't know that, if you guys didn't catch that on some of my trainings and things like that, I'm the oldest of 9. So the family kind of looks to me, and that's kind of my position. My position is to be the leader of the family, even when it comes to my siblings and just different things like that. So he was having a very, very tough time. Telling me stuff and trying to explain it to me, and I was a little more calm. I mean, it hits me and it bothers me as well. And the thing is that we all deal with grief in our own special way. So don't think that if you're not crying or you're not hysterical or anything like that, that you are not grieving properly, so to speak. If it doesn't hit you in a certain way, that it may not be, that you don't care enough or anything like that. Don't ever think that way. And that's one thing that I wanted to talk about, is getting over guilt, like guilty feelings when you lose someone. Whether you lose them in death, whether you lose them in divorce, whether you lose them because they, some other way, they went off to college or whatever the case may be. Grief comes in so many different ways and in many different forms. And a lot of it comes from sad. You can be sad. You can be angry. You can be frustrated. You can be confused. There's so many ways. But realize that you're not going through it alone, and you don't have to go through it alone. Reach out to someone that is there for you. Reach out to a friend, a family member, a grief counselor, whoever you can reach out to. Do not handle it on your own. That's one thing. That's one tip I will give you. Yes, you can cry. Yes, you can scream. Yes, you can punch a pillow or go to the gym and exercise. But don't deal with it by yourself. You're not alone in it. It's difficult. Like sometimes, I say alhamdulillah for Islam. Those who know me and those who they know that I'm unapologetically Muslim. My deen, my religion helps ground me with a lot of things, and pretty much everything if I allow it to, because it should. The one thing is that it grounds me in realizing that death is inevitable. It's going to happen. We're not leaving this place any other way. However, how we deal with it and how we cope with it is totally different. It's different for everybody. And because I'm aware of, that it's just a way of life. Death is a way of life. That it doesn't cause me to be overly emotional. But because it doesn't cause me to be overly emotional, it doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody or that I'm less caring than anybody or anything like that. It means that I just handle it differently. And if you handle it differently, you handle it differently. You handle it in your way. as long as it's going to make you better in the long run. Realize that losing someone or death or anything like that, that's the way of life. We go and we grow and we do different things in our lives. People are in our lives for a reason, a season, and their lifetime, and sometimes even our lifetime. So we have to realize that. And as I said before, don't be filled with guilt of, oh, I should have spent more time with them, or I should have done this, or I shouldn't have done that. A lot of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, yes, they're there. We could have and should have done a lot of different things. However, when it all comes down to it, that's neither here nor there anymore. Now it's, how do I become a better person, or how do I allow their legacy to last, or their memory to last, and how do I hold on close to that because they mean that much to me. So my tips for you, if you're going through any type of situation where you're feeling some type of grief, realize that it's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up with guilt. Reach out to somebody who you care about and who cares about you, and don't deal with it yourself. And inshallah, God willing, just helped you guys out there, anybody who's dealing with the loss of a loved one, or of somebody who was close to them and touched their heart. And until next time, be true, be the best you, and I'll see you soon. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.